Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music, Jamaican popular culture, and people who've impacted society in a very big way. I am Shaun Cain. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with a long-time artist and producer, Rod RP Pinnock. Let's take a look. RP Pinnock is an artist and music producer who has been interacting with the industry for more than 2 decades. A native of the Jamaican capital, Kingston, RP has produced records for some of the biggest names in reggae and dancehall music. These names include Beenie Man, Goofey, Red Rat, Frisco Kid and Capleton. Among RP's most popular productions was Beenie Man's Old Dawg monster hit. RP has told the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show that he has pumped millions of Jamaican dollars into producing these records. However, he has not been able to recoup his colossal investment outlays. Although he has been disappointed with his luck in music production so far, RP is not about to give up. He is carrying on with the hope that one day he will see a substantial profit from these investments. In the 1990s, he had found fortune in the tobacco trade, as he was a middleman in the industry in the United States. He boasts that he was one of the first young millionaires to have come out of Jamaica at the time. RP explains that most of this money provided the funding for his productions during the 1990s and the early part of the millennium. The enjoy life artist is always dipping his feet into different entrepreneurial ventures. Even though the rules of the tobacco trade had changed and he was not able to adjust his business accordingly, he has his sights set on other profitable pursuits. He's now producing wines. Although his product portfolio is relatively small with just 3 lines, it shows much promise. The musician turned entrepreneur is constantly improving the product in response to feedback from the market. RP has big plans for his brand of wines, as his marketing team is in the process of obtaining an export license for the beverages. The Kingston native is currently shipping his records to the international market, so it is only a matter of time before his wines will start moving in a similar direction. When RP is not distilling wines, he's busy blending poignant lyrics that have the potential to change lives and fortunes. Only recently, he released the dance track, It's a New Day. The singer says the single seeks to help to ease people out of the intermittent, dark patches of life and inject within them the feeling of having a new start filled with hopes of greatness. His other supporting records include Changes in Life, Tonight, Enjoy Life, and Mary Jane. Some of these records are yet to be released. Welcome back. Rod Pinnock, walk one, son.
Blessings and honor, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Respect, thanks for having me on the show, man.
Yeah, man. Well, man. Yeah, man. We're getting all the great people to pass through now, you know.
Yes, man.
So that's good stuff, man. But you know, Rod, you are no stranger to the music industry. When did you first start as a professional musician?
Well, a professional musician, I started about 8 years ago, doing the singing and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
As a professional musician.
Yeah.
But I've always been doing music throughout school, you know, throughout prep and high school.
Yeah.
You know.
So what got you involved in that sort of thing? Where did that love for music and singing and performing, producing come from?
Well, ever since I can always remember, I've always been doing music. From Michael Jackson days, that era, you know, and then I followed up all the way, you know, Boys to Men era, and I find that I had a nice knack for the verbatims that Boys to Men always use.
Right.
That's the slurring thing, you know.
Yes.
And from that, my friends and peers say, yo, you know, see, you gotta do music, you if you continue to. Yeah. But then business take the better part of me, you know.
All right, we'll delve into the business side of things a little later. But in terms of Boys to Men, did you have a favorite member of the group that you just really
Yes, man. Of course, the whole community used to call. The whole community used to call me 1 year.
1 year Morris. That's big, man.
1 year,
Man,
Morris.
you really shoot far, like a shooting star, So
In bad.
were you able to
In
match
real
that
bad.
kind of thing?
I used to, I used to do something like that. But you see, in Jamaica now, when you have a DJ and you have to rough up your voice, you kind of lose a touch. But I still have a quality of it coming on back, And I'm trying to produce more songs now, more singing
Right.
versus DJ,
Right,
Because
right.
DJ is really for Jamaica, but my friends and family and everybody want me to sing.
Really?
The singing have to come with an inspirational vibe for me.
Yes.
I don't know about any other artists, but for me, it have to come with a real inspirational vibe. It have to be felt.
Right. But in terms of your records, though, tell me a few of some of your records that you actually sang and put out there.
Me sing and put out?
Yes.
All right. I started, that's when I came back and I started as RP entrepreneur, singing. The first song I came out with was a song I did with Bangin' called Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first song got released on the RP.
Right.
It's a little party vibe song. Love every woman just the same. I got a special love for Mary Jane. That type of thing,
Right.
And Bangin' put out that then.
Right.
My brother come put out some more thing in 2018. Because the Bangin' tune come out 2017. My brother put out 2018, late 2018.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other songs start following.
Right.
So from 2017, so I start put out the song,
Mm-hmm.
And Bangin' was the first person that put out something.
Right. What kind of response have you been getting for those songs? Are you happy with how people are reacting to them?
I would love to get a lot more response, but I'm comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I don't see anybody not liking my song. When you put on YouTube and you put up that thing, I don't see anybody thumbs down. So I give thanks to the ones that thumbs up.
Yeah. Well, you haven't looked carefully, man, because I put about 2 on there. Just joking, man. They're all good tunes, but I would never do that.
Yeah, man. But ever since I've been producing, for me to produce my track myself, the first one I did, I still haven't produced any songs with myself completely myself. I still do to the collaboration because it's kind of expensive,
Right.
to put out songs.
Right.
And I want to do it the proper way, so I normally team up with some people to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But my Horizon label, I came out with Enjoy Life first,
mm-hmm.
and it was a duo put out with Right Track. And then the next track that me and Right Track did was the new song that I have called It's a New Day. And we did a video for that one. But I have other songs that I've been putting out, like with this other company in England called A&P Enterprise. I gave him a 50% on one of my songs called Answer Me.
Right. But the New Day is a really nice song. It's a vibe song. It wakes you up in the morning. It gets you rocking.
Yeah, It's a New Day. Yes. It's a New Day. That's kind of my focus right now for the international market.
You know what I mean? It's a song for all seasons, because
all seasons, yes. All seasons.
Any situation you're in, as long as you're coming out of it. Let's say it's a dark situation. It could be illness. It could be probably a lack of money, or you went bankrupt. Whatever. Anything that creates a kind of darkness in your life, or a kind of a stoppage, if I may, or a blockage. Once that is cleared, you really feel like you're emerging now as a brand new person, embracing a brand new day, a brand new life, a brand new start.
I'm sorry I never get you to do the intro on my song.
I'll be a rich man now.
like Ray Charles and that manager dude. I was watching this program the other night too, man.
Yes. You know what? I like understanding music, and I like understanding where people are coming from when they put a song out there. It's not just about dancing. It's good to dance, but the message for me is the key bit that really grabs me. So I like the song, and I've been playing it, to be honest with you. And even I played it for my little girl. She's 7, and I said, "What do you think of this?" And she was, "Yeah, that's good. That's good."
You see, the kids love it, man.
And once you can capture the hearts of children, you're in. You're in, man. But
I want to stay permanent in there too, because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of ideas.
In the earlier part, when you just started out in music, you were producing. You did quite a bit of production work. Who are some of the artists that you actually produced music for?
Okay, I did. My first production was kind of heavy. I did Capleton. with his track called, the first production was called Monster Rock. It's a production that I did. I had the famous people in Jamaica did the building of the rhythm, even though it was a replay of most rock and roll phrases. I still had the professional lay it down for me. And that's how we came up with the Monster Rock.
Right.
As artists on the rhythm, I had Capleton with Hot Hot Hot. I had Frisco Kid with Tech Time. I had Beenie Man with Old Dawg. I had Red Rat with Nook Nook, I think. It's a couple of them. It's all released. Everything is out there.
But these are very popular tracks that really did the round in dancehall.
Yeah, they didn't. You see, because at the time I was a young producer and I didn't have a lot of clout around me, you know. I had money to spend, but I didn't have the connections as per se. So it never really did well, like how all these other rhythms are doing. But now that I'm an artist and I'm going to record my songs on both rhythms that I put out time. Bring it back into life. Hopefully my songs get a hit out of it.
So how did that make you feel then? Having pumped so much money, I presume it's quite a bit because you kept referring to the business as being expensive. So having put so much money in, has that paid you back, that production, that project?
No. This is one of my reasons for start singing. Because as a producer, unless you have a hit, you're just throwing your money away, you know? Unless you have a serious hit, you're just throwing all that money away.
So emotionally,
when you try to manage artists, and artists are so ungrateful.
Right. When you say ungrateful, what do you mean? What have they not done? Why you would think that they're ungrateful?
They don't care about how the money is spent. They just want it spent. They don't care about getting the money to get it spent. And I had a lot of money because at the time I was doing very well in my everyday business. I was a tobacco distributor for all the American cigars that was in America. And I really climbed that ladder real fast. So I had a lot of money around me to spend. And I, from the kindness of my heart, take on a whole heap of artists and spend some foolish money on them. Never did the amount of production I should have done. Was spending money on going out, drinking, smoking, buying them clothes, partying, buying food. No serious production.
So at the time when you were doing all that spending, were you thinking about the returns on your investment, or you were just enjoying yourself?
I was enjoying myself, and I was always thinking that my artist Monster Tune was going to bust at the same time, you know.
So have you recovered from that now emotionally? Have you let go now and said, well, that's gone. I regretted it, but I must let go and look towards a new day.
That's why I wrote that song. It's a new day. My writing partner, myself, which is Kevin Bobby Miller. We got a rhythm from the other Kevin Miller. It's two Kevin Miller around me, you know?
Yeah.
One is Kevin Bobby Miller, and one is, I forget the next one name, but his name is Prophecy. He's the person that built the rhythm. And he did voice a song on the rhythm. And he always send the song to me. His song is called Everywhere I Go on the rhythm. I think he released it, but I was listening to the rhythm and I played that rhythm for Monster, who is Kevin Bobby Miller. And he said, yo, I'm sorry, that rhythm is bad. We could write something, Pete. I'm going to start on the melody. And then come up with the words. And I was like, yo, I will start putting the words together. We'll always fight over writing the words. Because if it don't mesh with us, we don't put it out. So when I finish writing the song and I sing it to Prophecy, and Prophecy, yo, that bad in a rod. That really bad. I never thought of anything. You know what I'm saying? So for months past now, I was linking up with this virgin called Reds, Brian. He's in Atlanta. And I was running through some of the songs with him and I sing that song and he was so excited. To really raise the flag. And he was like, yo, that song needs to go out now. That song can change your life. But we never have the money to produce it, and him said a little change I paid for the studio time. I would do the recording, but it needed some money to mix and, couldn't find the money nowhere. Even though I tried to sell my scores all over the place, I couldn't find the money. So my daughter, my little daughter, Rod Pinnock, she got in a little money from her unemployment. Because she started working. She's 19 years old. She's the next star, you know. She's no boss, so boss her. Yeah, man. I call her Jay, so don't tell her about Star J, and she soon come. Yeah, man. She sent a little change to me, yo, to pay for the mixture at Jehovah Evil, and Jehovah Evil got the harmonies done in a seal. A big up Jehovah Evil. It was for Jehovah Evil. It wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? Because Sealer voice over the song, because all he was supposed to do is put on a harmony on it for me and then mix it. Him said, no, Rod, you have to voice it over. And Sealer is a man, if you know voice right in them studio, take all the equipment and throw it off. It's like in school. No, ask anybody about Sealer and Jehovah Evil. In war with the artists, them to get them sing right. People like them have to be recommended. I have to talk about them, man. That's why I'm more up on bus, because I want to do things for my friend them around me. I want them that really help. And that type of help is what I'm talking about. I get the best out of the artists, you know what I'm saying? I never forget it, man.
So when he was pushing you like that, did you appreciate it at the time? That he really wanted to...
Of course.
Or you just thought he was just
I rough up myself still as a star. I'm going to talk to Mr. Star, but when I look back into Mr. Star, a real thing, you know. You need to listen to him. And I did it, and that's why the song came out so good. Thank God to Harmonique too. That girl is so bad. She's gonna bust the world. Harmonique Smith. She put the harmonies in it, and she do about 2 more songs. So that's coming out. That's gonna be wicked. So give respect to them.
But let's go back to, you know, when you were writing that New Day. Did you, the thoughts of your colossal losses, financial losses, if I may call it that, in your business dealings, producing, did that cross your mind when you were writing it?
Yes, man. I want it to sound that way. You know, I want it to sound that way, especially because there's a lot to be said about my career. You know, one interview can't do it.
It is about...
That's why I sing about it. Because, you know, a lot of industries, you know, when you're an independent person, you're trying to make money and you make it up and down, you're going to go through a lot of different people, good and bad. You know what I mean? But once you keep your head up and keep on fighting the fight, and you come out victorious, is the best feeling. And that's what I'm gearing for, because, you know, I only wish my parents was around to see that.
Well, as you mentioned that, you know what, it's so funny as you said that, because the next question that was bubbling around in my head was your mother, because I gather that she was a big fan of your music. And then it's so funny that you just said, I wish my parents were around.
Yeah, my mother always wanted to see me sing. She always wanted to see me sing, and, you know, she never saw it because she lost her sight.
Right.
Years, you know, but I was her sight. She used to look through my eyes.
Right. But she heard your music, though. How did she react or respond?
Of course. She's only one of them she didn't hear at the time.
Yes. And what did she say?
At the time I was producing the guys, and me and Goofey did build the studio. And it was so busy because we had I doing a coming through, Goofey advice, Jack cured them, and Jack cured our jail, and one bag of thing are going around. You know, it was crazy. I couldn't sing at the time. I was going through some bad business deals. You know what I mean? And it was so much. I got depressed. Not clinical at the point, but I got depressed with the whole situation, and I just exiled out back to the States, you know? And I went back home, because that's home too. My wife and kids are there.
Right.
You know? My mother always wanted to hear me sing, and she got to hear me sing this one song. Moments like this. Moments like these. It's a collab I did with Monster Teen. Goofy did produce that. Mr. Chad Simpson. I don't know when to do the track now. I think I want him to get it back, you see. Because I want to put out that song. That was the only song my mother got to hear. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure it is out there publicly, because now I'm a professional artist. So what you watching from the skies?
What did mommy say to you about that song? When you heard it, what did she say? Or
you ever see a blind person dance it?
You tell me, how was it?
My father was in his wheelchair because my father foot broke off, and my mother was blind. What a combination, right? Yeah, so my mother was there dancing, and my father was shaking him foot, and every time she danced, she look up in her chair, and I must say, Angie, calm down, calm down. So, I mean, in the studio, I didn't laugh, but when I look back on it now, I said, Star, that was a moment I should have some form of camera to record it, because the only picture of it is in my head.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Very special to me.
But watching it, what thoughts went through your mind as you watched all of that happening, knowing that sound, you put it all together to create that kind of harmonious, oozing out
I
of
can't
that.
explain that feeling. It's a feeling I'd like to feel back. I know I can't feel that until I see them again. So it's not a feeling I can explain. I don't want to get emotional.
Yes. All right. So I'll move you. I'll move you away from that. I don't want to think.
Yeah, set up in there. I really.
Well, I'm just trying to understand the story, But
I love my mother and father very much.
yes,
I was a baby.
yeah.
You understand? I was the last born, and my mother is I don't even know how to explain what she's a superwoman. Because when she was blind, she ran the business. You understand? And even though the business failed, it wasn't no fault of her alone. It's just the love that she had for her kids. You understand? And people around. And I realized that I have that same type of love. So I have to start guarding myself by having less people around me. You understand? And move forward to the right things. Because if I keep up this negative vibe or this too much positive vibe, it's gonna hurt. So I have to keep my heart, which is a balance.
Try to balance.
Yes. I miss them dearly. I know they're here and they work for me straight. Them in the here. That's what we go to here. Yeah.
Right. I like that, and that shows a lot of respect and appreciation for the people who brought you into this world and cared for you, and you got to the point where you could do it for yourself. So that's honor. That's an honor.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But you took a break from music. And I think probably quite a few times you tried to hint at where you went and what happened. But you took a break from the music, and we didn't hear much about your productions, about your singing or anything like that. So what happened during that period when you were absent?
When I took a break from music, I was really singing. It was just a one track with singing when my mother was around. I should have started singing from that time. So I was really singing. Nobody never know me as an artist. They know me as a producer. You understand? So when I take a break from music, is really migrate and I spend time in the States to do some business, right? I started doing some distribution because wherever I go, I have to have some form of product selling. I have to survive. You understand? Some artists survive off music alone, and them say that's why I'm gonna bust it because I try to do too much things. But I have to put food to the table, man. And when you're independent, you don't have any money to spend on your music. How you going, boss? You have to depend on people. So I have to be doing business.
How did it turn out?
So when I was in the States and I started doing my business, music started running me down again. So I start work with some artists in the States. That is right now, one of them are the good. Her name is Shaun Ali. You know what I mean? And the Prophecy Kev guy, who is Kevin Miller as well. That's when I met him too. So it's everything I have a reason for because right now he's the one that's helping my career. And I'm helping him too, because as me here, I knew with him, I'm a vice for new with him. But send it, give me some prophecy, send anything and me get it to mix our song. We're working together. You understand? And it's happening now. So from them days I do it, I will still continue. We never change. Now that we're seeing is going to become public.
And you mentioned about the business in terms of the tobacco distribution business. Was that good business? Was it profitable? Was it worth your time?
Oh yeah. Tobacco, smoking business. Tobacco is the next big business in the world. America have a law them say ATF. What do you think it's for? Alcohol, tobacco, and firearm. The three biggest businesses in the world. Yeah. So I'm a part of alcohol now because I started my score business since I come home.
Right.
My score wines.
Okay. Good.
So I survived.
So you blended all of that? You put the whole...
Yes, man, I put it together. A mixture of some alcohol with some herbs and some fruit Christmas type of wine based, and it tastes real good. And ever since I started, it put some money in my pocket. It doesn't have to spend all my money on go parties because as an artist, you go parties and you want to be above the chain. You want to buy a buckle of wine or a buckle of rum or something. I'm going to put my buckle up, so I don't have to spend the money at the party. I get enough kick out a party for that already still. So every time RP come out, they place them. He have him liquor them on thing. Call me walking bash, let you know. In Jamaica, they call me the walking bar. I
Right.
never leave a bag. I have to survive, boss.
Right. But you're a real hustler, man. I really like that. A real entrepreneur you are. It's very
Now
good.
you see how them call me the RP entrepreneur.
Yes, I'm getting it now. I see everything is all the bits are coming together now.
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing it. But that's really nice, man. That so the idea for that wine, where did that come from? Was that through a dream or something your mother taught you before she left, or your grandmother?
No,
I mean, where
no.
did all the blends come from? The ingredients, the herbs.
No,
I
the ingredients,
presume a
I
little
thought
bit.
about the ingredients.
I
Thought
presume
about
a
the
little bit of that
ingredients.
top. I presume a little bit of that top herb is in it as well. Is it?
Oh, yeah, man, it's three type I have it. Three type. I should let you see them. This is the tonic. This is what I started with rum. I use real
Right.
heavy rum in this.
Right.
And then I use the famous Score tea that I'm promoting a lot because this is the one that them say have medicine effect. Because I use the marijuana sticks, not the buds,
Mm-hmm.
just the sticks.
Yes.
And the sticks normally falls on the CBD line, right? So you get a form of medicine, and then the herbs that I use inside of it is clean your skin. The only thing that is really crazy would be the horny goat weed, because every time I say horny goat weed, people get crazy. What is that?
Aphrodisiac.
You know?
I'm thinking aphrodisiac.
It is an aphrodisiac.
Is
It's
it?
an aphrodisiac bush, yes. That's the purpose of building. So it's an aphrodisiac bush. People use horny goat weed, they use it from the concentrated one. It's the same bush, but it's not that the scientists put their chemicals to and get it all concentrated. But I don't use that. I just use natural herbs and bush. I don't use any form of artificial stuff in my thing. You understand?
So natural.
The only part of artificial it might be is the process of the wine, because I buy the wine pre-made. And then I use my herbs and mix it together with the rum. And, you know, it comes up with a beautiful taste. I've been doing this for the last 5 years, officially. And now I'm changing the name to a Score Jamaica with a partner.
Right.
You understand?
Right. So
he doesn't want to be known.
Don't move from the horny goat bit yet, or that kind of thing. I mean, so before somebody buys that, then, and before, not even buy, but before they have it, they have to make sure they sort themselves out. Then you have around you, so that I mean, come on, tell me a little bit about that bit. How is it? How does it work? Before you drink it, make sure that you're not alone. I take it.
Well, they say that's why I have the virgin type now, because not everybody can afford to drink the rum and the concentrated. I'm not concentrated, but the extra honey goat weed, like the tonic has. But this one derives directly to that purpose, you know what I'm saying? Because honey goat weed is an aphrodisiac, along with the ginseng. Ginseng is a blood cleaner, you know what I mean? Yes, it is. And then the fever grass I use it for flavor, not knowing it's a cleaning agent again. You understand? So all these ingredients that I love as a Rasta man, we wake up in the morning, we drink with fever grass or with cinnamon leaf. And them think them love, some of us think of putting it together.
Well, I grew up drinking fever grass tea as well as for breakfast. And I used
you ever put cinnamon leaf in it?
No, I never did. Well, it was mom that made breakfast. But I used to think that's poor people's stuff. Because we couldn't afford mild fancy stuff. It was just poor people's stuff. Even sauce of leaf tea. I thought them things was all poor people's stuff. No one realized the medicinal value.
Oh, them good for you, my boss.
Yes.
Them used to say the Rasta man, them are mad people. Remember the mouse that?
Yes.
Rasta man, them are mad people.
Yes.
When the Rasta man, them have the healing of the nation because they deal with the earth.
The herb. Yes.
I'm not a full vegan yet. I'm striving to be a full vegan.
Right.
I love chicken. I'm not telling a lie.
Right.
It's a must.
Right.
And I'm scaling it down though. That's the only thing I need to stop eating to be vegan. You understand? But in this community, chicken is really the cheapest type of food to go through when you're growing. There's a single daddy I grow, my son. Jamaica.
Yes. You have to.
I need to make sure, my thing work, which is why I sell my wine and eat chicken.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the business model. In terms of distribution, how does that work? Bottling.
Bottling, we have a company out here that buy the bottle, big up Pop Mart, Ever since I met Pop Mart, them changed me from using the flask buckle, because I used to use Real Neville or Lumbar flask buckle, scrape off the bottle. And then, because it's rum, they're using it. So I didn't mind showcasing the rum bottle, the flask bottle. When I met Pop Mart is when we got these bottles. Not this one, actually. They had some 250 milliliter that looked very bossy. So when I come out with those, it was up, and I couldn't get no more than 250 milliliter. I never wanted to use these because I said I'm going to start calling my product Roots, which is what I'm doing now. Because this is a Roots bottle. This is what I sold Baba Roots in the States. I got popular from selling Baba Roots in the States with this. And once you take out a bottle like this, it's either Roots or some browning sauce. So I just had to work with it, and I never stopped. The packaging company, they run out of bottles often, so I had to start finding other places to buy bottles. And I found that the place in front of Bob Marley Museum. I've buckled to. So I have 2 places I buy bottles, but whenever they run out, we just chill and walk around selling it out to the cops. You know what I mean? Because the size of my business is not that large as yet. I have about 4 or 5 stores that I'm selling to.
All right.
The potential, yes, I have stores that want to buy it a lot, but because I don't have a transportation and my partner don't put in that money to buy the transportation and restart the business to level it. We're just taking it one day at a time,
Yeah.
Focusing on my music as well. So
right.
I want to make sure both of them work.
Yes.
So I work with both of them.
Definitely.
I don't want to draw myself out, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely. So how much do you retail those for?
Well, currently I'm selling the Virgin local Jamaican dolls for $300, 3 retail, and I sell the tonic one for 4, and I sell the Tiva one for 5. That's where I sell it everywhere. Dance price different, wholesale price different, Case prices go up depending on how much they want to buy. If they're willing to pay down some money, I'm flexible. I mean, make it.
All
so
right.
It can work.
Right. So the answer to the next question is yes or no. I don't need any more details. Good margin for you?
Of course. Have to be a good margin.
All right. Good. Right.
You have to be a good margin because in any business, you have to set yourself your price level so that when it starts making money and when it becomes in demand and you scale on your price, you don't lose. I know what I'm doing with the business distribution. I did it a long time ago. I became a young millionaire, Jamaican millionaire, doing this. You understand? So I know exactly what I'm doing. And if I don't know, I try to get advice and link up with some all my big brethren, they're all big old man. Old man, I like link up with some elder people. You know?
People who've lived, they've got experiences that they can share.
Yes, man, you have to have those are my serious friends. People think there's only some 2 million music and them still smoke weed and them think there's just some bad man or some real bandol effect. But no. I'm fully rounded, just like my music. I'm not a DJ alone. I sing, I do poem, I'm an actor, I'm an entertainer. You understand?
But as you say that, I would imagine a lot of artists nowadays, they're looking for this multiple streams of income model of making money and so on. So doing music is one of them, and then probably going into business is another one. You're a seasoned businessman because you did the tobacco distribution business in America. Now you're starting up with your drinks business, if I may call it that, your wine business.
Wine.
Oh, so,
wine business.
Okay, I stand corrected. It's your wine business. So, I mean, how challenging is it to run a business?
Oh, man. You've been in Jamaica. You know how Jamaican business is. It's difficult, especially around your peers. If you don't have, I think the 3 Ds. Tell me the 3 Ds in business.
You tell me.
Discipline, determination. Or the next one.
No, you tell me all of them. You're
I'm asking the 3 Ds. Discipline, determination. The next one. Give me the next one.
I'm lost.
And a desire to do well.
Right.
If you don't have those three Ds, you can't survive in Jamaica economy. Because you have your friends to deal with, you have the peer pressure to deal with. When I started making this, where my friends them say, "Yo, you're going to can't make things yourself. Oh, you're going to buy them and them rum and buy them wine and put it together." So right there, them kill my dream if I was supposed to start.
The vision, they can't have vision.
They don't have vision, they don't have that sight. So peer pressure is a killer. And then you have the price market. You know what I mean? You go through the market with this type of product now. I remember so that this is a $500 bottle, and Baba Roots are selling for like $250. People don't know your product. You have to do a whole heap of talking to somebody, a whole heap of sampling for them tasting. That's why it take your time. You know what I'm saying? So the cost on it is very, if it was my product, I'd lose long time. And that's why a lot of other business people follow to, because Them know the product can work, but them don't want to take the initiative to spend the initial startup money. When them give them product to sell them, why you just give them back money. And then they give you promotional and marketing money. You understand? That's why I stopped selling for people. The last product I sold for was Rush energy drink. And I developed an area in the whole business for them. And I wasn't making any money on it. I was giving them product. They gave me sample and I passed on my sample to them. And I went into the stock some more. You know what I'm saying? I explained to him that I went to the stock some more. He's saying that I owe him for it. And I understand where he's coming from because he has to pay for it. But product boss in the area and they couldn't continue with it. I needed to come with something myself. That's why I'm with Score. Music is going to help me now. So some people take it the other way around, you know. Artists bust themselves first and then them come out to the product. Me try bust my product before I come out because I need to survive.
Right, true.
It's not like I want to, it's I have to. You understand?
But I'm just thinking of the pricing strategy. You seem to have come out with a very high price, which sounds like a premium product, right? Based on the pricing. But then you have an established brand already out there, which is, as you mentioned, the Baba Roots, and they are a half of your price. How do you compete with Baba Roots, considering that that's established?
First of all, it's not the same product, so the sampling have to come out. You have to make people sample it. If they don't sample it, they don't want to buy it. To build a name, people have to talk about it in the streets. This product is going to last because I'm putting all my energy in it, all of it. Even when I'm doing music, I'm singing about it. Others are going to sing about it too.
In terms of how you position it, is it just as a drink for pleasure, recreation, or is it a health drink? What's the positioning statement on it?
Well, that's what I'm brainstorming now. I'm at the professional marketing level now. Because I'm going to redesign my labels. You understand? Because when I paid my money for my logo, it come out and look like Suzuki, so people start comparing and say, yo, Rod, mine Suzuki, so yo. I don't have the money for buying Suzuki. Imagine me go to Harold Printing and pay them to design my label. Me I play domino with my friend, them, right? I'm a farmer, S out, I'm a domino them. Take a picture, it, go to the designer, pay him to design it, and it come out and look like Suzuki.
It's a swift drink.
Someone say, I can bust, someone can buy a Suzuki, and then take off the Suzuki logo and put my logo on it and make them say something now.
Right. You know what?
I can't bother that. All the money in the pot, it's going to change the focus of what I really want them to focus on. I want them to focus on the mixture, the taste, and the effect. You understand? I have 3 different products, and this one is doing well because I'm starting to sell cases of this already, right? This one I'm going to need some more license to back me because, you know, of course, I'm using the marijuana sticks to get the export license. I'm going to need some more license to protect me. And I have my friends looking after it for me, but it needs money again. That's why I want to up boss musically because I have to be depending on people to send money to do stuff. And it doesn't work out, you know?
But you know what? RP, you've got 3 products there, and I'm trying to see how do you distinguish or differentiate between the 3 products there? Because I'm trying to work out as I sit here. But maybe because I haven't read the label, so I can't quite see the USP of this one and of that one, so I can clearly see how this is different from that, and so forth. Talk me through.
All right, let's see if you can see them now.
Well, I can see them, but they've got the same color. So you different.
Right. That's where the confusion will come in if you don't know.
Right. So how do you differentiate them then? I want to know how this one is different from that.
When I'm producing them, I produce one product at a time.
Right.
And then I make sure the area is clean because I use the same utensils, you know, like the strainers and the filters.
Right.
I have to make sure they're all cleaned out to produce them all again. You understand? And the virgin is the easiest one to produce, so this always gets produced fast.
Does that virgin mean no alcohol?
It has alcohol from fermentation, and plus I put the wine. Any wine-based drink is alcohol, but I don't put no rum in it. Okay. That's why I call it virgin. Right. Virgin to the Score brand.
Right. So is that written on it? Oh yeah, you've got the virgin on it. All right, very good.
Yeah, right. Man, the labels are there, man, and that's why I'm saying the labels are going to get better because I have them designing better. Right. All white background this time. Right. This will have the white TiVo, and then it's going to have the Score is going to have the white Score with a different label, and then the tonic is going to have the white with the blue and red. You know, it's going to be nice. The design is almost finished with them. I just need to pay him too. Need some dubs and some. I hate to talk about it, but honestly.
I think it's a brilliant concept, and you've been very brave doing that. And it just goes to show that you're an entrepreneur. You're a thinker. You're a doer as well, because you can conceptualize something, move it from your mind to a tangible product. That's commendable.
That's what music is too, because music you have to think about the words.
Yes.
And you have to put it out.
Yes.
Then you have to put it out properly on a rhythm. Find the rhythm. Sometimes you write your songs, you can't put it on the same rhythm.
Yes.
You don't get a chance.
Yes.
So you have to know how to use your melodies to fit it with others. It's a long process, man. It's not nothing easy. It's just like a man doing in office or your work. Your work has doing the interview. You have to make sure you prepare yourself before. You know exactly what you're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Make sure what you're going to talk about, it does not offend the person. You have all those things to think about too. You understand? So your work, everybody, the song I have called Changes in Life. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, come on.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Because my brother's label, Knockout Production, who's Dalton Williams, he's very successful in his stuff. And his stuff is going to be a change in the environment because he's doing like what I did, but with success. I never get the success. He got the success. You understand? I'm probably he's going to make it up the way because right now him put me out there. Even though I've been trying to put myself out there big, him get the success so people turn the eyes on him some more. So when he put up my thing on them, so that is a brotherly love. It's a thumbs up thing. I tried it with three songs already. 2018, that's the first song he came out with. Then I tried it with Give Thanks. And now we have the Tonight song that's doing good now. And I just recorded Change in Life for him. I think the Change in Life is going to make some serious changes.
Well, you know what? You are someone who's lived. You've had a lot of life experience. And I think that will carry you through because there's enough
lyrics
as well as emotion to push you through because you've lived these things and there are probably things inside of you that you want to get out. You want to put it on record to teach people and probably just a bit of therapy for yourself.
Yeah, man. I really use it sometimes to teach myself because I listen back to my words sometimes, to motivate myself. I have songs that I sing for that purpose, So whenever I'm down, I just start singing some of my lyrics. Because I couldn't find out a song out there to really express how I really feel. So I just did it myself.
Yeah, I agree.
With a bad writer beside me.
Right.
It's not me alone right then.
Right.
A couple of them write myself. But yeah, I forgive credit. You see what is doing to season. So go, sir.
Yes, sir. So when you're writing, do you say, well, I've got this idea that I want to get across. I'm feeling this and I want people to understand that. And you communicate that to your co-writer. Is that how it works? Or somebody just...
Yes, man.
Right.
Yeah, my co-writers, every time I come up with a word, and the word sound too normal, you know what his favorite word is? Rod, look in front of you. Enough word in front of you, just so you can't see them. Words. There's so much words out there to use. That's how you use it.
You want something a bit more precise, that would speak more precisely to that emotion, that feeling, that picture.
And when we can't find the word, we'll pause the song and go talk about something else, or we'll go read a book, or I'll go watch some comedy, or do something else.
So stimulate the mind. Extra stimulation.
The word can come naturally.
And see if it can come back.
Yes.
You're deep in what you do. It's not just,
you have to be deep
just for fun.
If you want to become somebody, my boss, and you want to do something that you really love, you better get serious about it. You see, if you don't get serious about it, your life is going to be a joke.
Right.
No man don't want them life to be a joke, especially if there's a father, a real father. I'm not talking a breeder. A real father want him son then come live better than him. I'm daughter then come live better than him.
But as a society, though, we struggle with that. Real fathers. We've got breeders, as you say.
Yeah.
Baby daddies and all that. But we struggle with fathers. What's going on? What's wrong? Why can't the guys just stick around and do the job? What's wrong?
I think enough of them not responsible, man. Enough of them just love waste time. They're not serious with life. I think they're under some form of depression. Because depression starts from every outcome business. They don't really fully understand depression. People are depressed every day. And depression making certain things.
You know what? I think so, because especially when you look at things happening, especially in Jamaica, every day you see people being shot dead on the street. You're driving by, you see a dead man lying there, or you see somebody crash and they're really broken up in pieces, or they're all mangled up in this mangled car. and they're all in there. I mean, that must do something to people's minds when they watch that. It must traumatize them. But they just
Of course.
but they seem to carry.
But watch here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not we alone. What about Iraq, Sudan?
True. Yeah, true.
Even in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta, remember, some people in Atlanta and them people, everybody have them house full of guns and arms.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are learning to fire shot on them. In the USA, gun legalized. One day when them dad up a right go on, my cousin, friend, and family, them a call and show them because it's full of gun, like a military. I say, brother, what I do? What you say about that?
So is that how bad race relations are in America now?
It's not just America, man. It's the whole world. It's them come out to them COVID foolishness. It's them come out to them thing, the man-made disease. I have a song, you see, anytime this song release, it's called World Peace. I don't want to sing it on live because it's so serious. All we can do as musicians is just sing about it, but I hope that the right to ears hear it and implement it in their life.
But you know, that's a very important point you made there, because I always say, I'm looking at the state of dancehall now, and I think that things have gone, I don't even know how to describe it. And the music was originally built on the premise that people who were marginalized, pushed to one side on the scrap heap of life, if I may call it that, they needed a voice. But the people who could make a change, people high up in society, leaders, they weren't listening. So artists from the ghettos came out, like Bob Marley and Bonnie Wailer and those guys, and they started singing about what was happening down there. The people, the bigger heads, started listening, and they made changes. But now the youths are not doing that. It's all about, I'm going to shoot this one, Mario's going to fly. And I just think, what a waste of a platform. I just think they don't understand the concept of it. What do you make of it? I mean, do you think what I'm saying accurately represents the situation as it exists? Or you've got a
exactly. You hit the hammer on the head. Exactly.
Mm.
The way the industry set right now, my boss. The economics, the economy, politicians and church and state really mess up the whole world, not just Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And even the artists, them get brainwashed now. Yeah, man. There are some deeper things going on in the music itself as we speak. Frequency problems, you know. Frequencies. 432 hertz and everything that.
Mm-hmm.
It is some secrets that is there.
Yeah, but I'm desperate to hear some good music coming out. But you can hear a few of people like Lila Ike coming through, and even
yeah, man, they're still fighting the fight.
Through. Yeah, you got a few people still, Chronics and people like those Protege. They're still fighting for us, but the majority, especially dancehall, you go in there, it's all madness, man. I was just wondering, when was the last time you heard the word love used in dancehall? Apart from I don't love man. When was the last time you heard the word love used in dancehall?
Love is a true bust the right way. You gotta help it get up. Love is the cure for the sick world today.
Wow.
Compassion must show in all ways. Gratitude is the art of the day. When troubles come, just learn to walk away. Spread love, universal love. Haters go practice love from before you born. You did love. Now give him no more.
I did manage to get it out of you, didn't I?
But tell us, say I set up in a brother. Yeah, real set up. You can't trick me.
Rod Pinnock, I tell you, it was really great talking
to you.
This interview
is blessed, man.
You're a man of wisdom. A man of wisdom. You know, you've lived, you've had lots of life experience, and it's people like you we want to see in the industry now. You can make a difference because you've seen things. And you know that they're lacking this kind of experience. Bring it in, sing about it so that we can feel a little bit more hope. Because now is the time where we need some hope, man. We hear coronavirus is out there. You hear about this kind of vaccine is going to do this and that. Governments are pretending, or members of government are pretending to be taking the vaccine when they're not taking it.
When they're taking here.
Who do you believe?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We just need some restoration of hope. You know, we need somebody we can trust, we can believe in, and that's the purpose of our music. But we're not getting that because people are too busy shooting each other, too busy.
I promise that my music is going to be changing the world. I promise to everybody I sing, because I'm singing from a real life experience. Mm-hmm. There's one song I want to sing in your program, a cappella.
Go
Even
for
though
it.
I'm going to sing a little piece a while ago.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, man.
Something's about to happen, Shaun. I'm hoping for a better day to come, yes. Could it be, yes, victory, yes? Or could it be a path to a heart that's broken? Can you tell me, what could it be? What could it be? Waiting round the corner for me. What could it be? What could it be? Yeah, waiting round the corner for me. What could it be? Waiting round the corner for me. What could it be? What could it be? Shaun, hope for the best, plan for the worst. Life, it's a blessing, it's never a curse. Not who start out last, finishes first. I know things are bad, but it could be worse. At the end of the day, success is what every man want, every man need, every man's dream. But no matter which way, a sufferation or desperation, once I'm alive, I've got to be strong. What could it be? What could it be? Waiting around the corner for me. That's the song I feel like singing right now.
So what's around the corner?
Sometimes you don't even know.
What's around
You
the
don't
corner?
even know, my brother.
So what's around the corner?
I'm saying I'm hoping success. I'm hoping it's success for not just me, for you, for the whole world through this corona crisis. You know what I'm saying? Because even though the planner is planning to get rid of the population that they're planning, sometimes the population decount can affect them and their families too. So I'm hoping for them. I'm praying for them as well, so that they get us insight to realize that it's only love can conquer all of us. You understand? Stop trying to kill off people, man. Once you create a life, it's a blessing, Use that life for something good, I have a song called Your Grace. It's not out yet. I'm going to send it to you. Give thanks for everything, man.
Yeah, man. I quite like that. But you know what I said? I can hear it in your voice. You know pain,
What's that?
You know pain.
Of course.
I can hear it in your voice. You know it. As well as I like the raspiness in your voice as well. You're good, man. You're good. You're good. But tell you what, before I let you go, it's been a really good chat. We've touched on almost everything. But before I
want to give some big ups before I come out.
Yeah, you're gonna get
some friends, you see.
No, you're gonna get a chance.
Some friends will see.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you go now because we might forget it. So you know what, carry on. Go on.
Yeah, I want to give some big ups, man, to the people that really well turn my career into the right direction, especially over England. Some big up quality time, man, mainly. The youth them. Not the youth, the Rasta them. The General, a lion them. Can't call him a soft boy. Quality diamond. General. Yeah. I push the career seriously. Ruben in Germany. Someone say, yeah, man. Fire Ruben. Yeah, man. Real people them over there, them part of the world. Andre. My brother name, Andy. He's a good youth. So big him up. And then the ladies them know, Shaz and Pepe. Yeah? And all the selected them right. Yeah, man, all them. Bag of British. Yeah. Who are them? Enough respect them people.
I see you're quite strategic, man. You're putting down your bases. You've got your people fighting for you in different places. You've got them in Germany. You've got them in the USA, in Jamaica, yes, in the UK. So I see you're doing your thing.
You say, I have a bus out of Jamaica first because Jamaica not really. A king is never really rated in his town until he become a world king.
A world king, true. That is so true. Yeah.
Them know say my Kingston,
Yeah.
And them give him respect, but he's just like them too.
Yeah.
When the world go out there and them start showing up the respect and the world start giving the favors, that's when they give put him on pedestal.
Yeah, when they come on the red carpet and they get the pedestal.
Just like DJ Khaled said, blessings to everyone. Bless. That man's blessed. All of him and the man fight last night, they say, yo, that man's blessed. Because word is powerful.
That's deep,
so
man.
Blessed to all who hurt me.
That's deep.
I'm blessed to all who in the future planning to hurt me. Bless you, my brother.
That's magnanimous. That is big.
Man.
That's big.
Yeah.
Well, Rod Pinnock, want to thank you so much for being a part of the show, man. But before we let you go, we always like to ask questions from this book. It's called Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. It's written by myself. It's currently available on Amazon. It's also available in Jamaica at Ashby's Pharmacy, 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. Also, if you're into apps, the Android version is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life fun app. It's all yours.
Can you send me the link?
I will do that, sir. As soon as I'm done.
I want to make sure I buy the book. I want to have the book. I want to get into the habit of reading a lot.
All right. So, well, this is lots of good reading. Lots of good reading. So, and you'll quite enjoy it. So, I've selected 2 questions for you. So, let me just see, because you've been around for a while. You've been
challenge now.
Well, more challenge again, and you've been running off your mouth as well, So, I just want to see, you've been producing, you've been singing, you're a businessman, you've been everywhere doing all sorts. So let's see if you can bring the experience to prove that you're on it. You've got your music knowledge, that's all up. Right, so I've selected a couple of questions. The first one goes like this. They earn themselves much admiration when they enter the dance hall wearing Clarks, their favorite brand of shoes in 2010. Who were they? Tanto Metro and Devonte, Vibes Cartel and Popcorn, Chakademus and Pliers, and Twin of Twins.
I can't Chakademus and Pliers, and I can't Tanto, so I must the world boss.
Well, it's the world boss. It's the world boss. So
Vibes Cartel and Popcorn.
So hold on, what are you trying to say about Chakademus and Pliers? Them don't wear Clarks.
No, man, of course them wear Clarks, but Chakademus and Pliers, they're on a different type of level, even than Cartel and the world.
A different kind of Clarks. All right, different kind of
thing. Now, for them Clarks, there's some different type of Clarks. I'm general them too. For them thing normal.
All right, I hear what you're saying. So, well, that's the correct answer, man. So the last one now says, I'm on the Rock was a solid chart climbing position for which entertainer in 2008? The options are Movado, Busy Signal, Erupt, and Serrani.
I'm Movado, man. You know why? Let me tell you why I know that song.
Yeah, go on.
My niece always send a song to me.
Right.
It's a knockout daughter, Shaun Cain.
Right.
Because my name is Rockcliffe. That's my birth name, eh?
Right.
Birth name, Rockcliffe.
Rockcliffe.
Right?
Right.
Rockcliffe.
Right.
Every time she hear that, I'm uncle at me, because me always good. I'm my favorite uncle, you know. When them little bit, now them are big people, them get feisty.
Get feisty.
Love them still, you see what I say?
Yeah.
I got my nephew, Jada Knight, he made a game too. Up top Campton.
Right.
Dalton son.
Right.
Go on beer sitting.
Right.
Yeah, so man, I should make a link in on the program too.
Right.
I'm going to send you his details.
Yeah, man.
Jada Heights.
Please
up
do.
Top boss, captain, yes.
Please do.
Power DJ.
Set on the thing, man, so we can have some chat and put some, positive vibes out there. Because we like the journeys, we like to understand the journeys, the difficulties people been through, how they overcame them to where they are now. So we like the stuff, man. The hero comes home,
I'm gonna get you hooked up with a lot of artists, man. Remember in our music we're doing fully.
Right. I look forward to it, man. The question.
I enjoyed this interview a lot, my brother.
Yeah, man. The questions were taken from this book. It's called Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book, written by myself, available on Amazon, also available in Jamaica at Ashby's Pharmacy, 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. Also, if you're more into apps, the Android version is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life fun app. It's all there for you to download and have lots.
No, it's never written by myself. It's written by Shaun Cain.
All right, I'll say that again. I'll make the correction, sir. It's written by Shaun Cain.
Yes, sir.
You see, you're the business buddy, so I have to listen to what you say, and market the thing properly,
I'm so proud of you, Shaun, man.
Yeah, man. Same here, man. Same here, because when I was looking, that's why I had to delve into the drinks a bit. I know I couldn't taste it now, because probably I would be all of that by now. But
I get you. Whenever you get a chance, when you come into Jamaica again, sir.
Well, as soon as the corona finish.
As the corona. Well, them time the label will change.
Right.
It's in every store.
Right.
Every bar.
Right.
Every shop.
Right.
Every cart.
Right.
Every stall, man. When I ramp with the thing, you ever see?
We're looking out for we're looking out for it, man. So listen up, before we actually run, how can people get in touch with you if a man say, this thing and they think, boy, I want to link up with this artist or want to hear some more about the drinks, because it seems like it's something that it could fit into our portfolio of products that we sell. How
Just
can
follow anyone on the page, man. My number's on all it.
Right. So just shout out the name again.
Rod Pinnock.
Yeah, so that's all
ROD ROD PINNOCK.
And that's on all platforms. So Instagram, yes, Facebook, you name it. YouTube, all of that. Right.
You can check out also entrepreneurs, man. Right. Entrepreneur. NTRAPANEUR.
Right.
Yeah.
Good, man.
Score Boss on Instagram. Score Boss. SKCORBOSS. Them call me Score Boss. You see?
I like it, man. I can see this, man. This is going to do very well for you, brother. I can see that because you're determined. And you look, the 3 Ds, you taught me them, the determination, the desire, and there's one more. That's escaped me now.
The main one, the discipline.
The discipline, yes. Stay the course. Stay in your lane. Stay the course. So discipline, desire,
God.
determination.
I teach more that discipline thing. I'm a virgin. God to keep the biggest party uptown.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Wait Sunday's boss.
Right.
But generals, long time. From before them thing get so big. From I manage Monster Twin them days and watch it kill up the car park. If ever tell me that. Discipline. Till now, he might as well support me to, If you want this bus big to start up, they say, but you don't know, in time.
Yeah, in time. You say you're gonna reposition, man. You're gonna rebrand. So you're gonna get the label all sorted out, and you probably get the bottle a bit more stylish. And
I don't know about the backend stylish yet because I continue. I think that.
Right.
Not even reach quality yet, but just continue.
Well, you know what? Walk before you run. So you got a good product, and that's the
important. When at stage 1.
Yes.
We think of stage 10.
Yes.
Hence, the in-between is inevitable.
Exactly, because you can always work your way up because you know what the end goal is.
That's my perfect. And I have a next speech that I was writing in hieroglyphic, which is not even hieroglyphic. Because me and Sizzle them party, me and Sizzler and King David, big them up.
Right.
See it? And Sizzler and King David, them they on some spaceship thing. You understand? Anu El Kulu. Yeah,
I like it, man. You know what? I like to see entrepreneurs, man. People are trying. People who have got that desire. The 3 Ds: determination, desire, and the
discipline.
See, I'm on it, man. I don't take long to learn, is it?
Yeah,
so yeah, man. So tell you what, Rod RP Pinnock. Thank you very much for being a part of the show, man. It was so enlightening, and every time, man. Whenever you got anything new to talk about, man, just knock us up and we'll be more than
definitely, man. What you can do is share. Let them start look for the video. Them on them thing. The video, it's a new day video. Yeah, check it out. It's a new day video. It's on the YouTube. Check out my score song. The song on the score. That's the video we're gonna shoot next, along with the change in life coming out. The stuff coming out. Love songs coming for the lady too. For too long. Yeah, all those type of songs coming out for them, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's a beautiful year.
Blessings,
beautiful day.
Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of the show. So thanks very much to our special guest there, Rod Pinnock, for being a part of the show. Long-time producer, artist, entrepreneur. Did very well in the tobacco business in America. Now he's back home because the music has called him home. And he's back here now. And he's doing his wine line of products. And they look good to me. And I'm sure they taste good too. So make sure you support that. Very good there. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment so we know how we're doing. Until next time, this is Shaun Cain saying thanks for watching. See you soon.
It's a new day. It's a beautiful day. It's a good day. You can spoil my days. Bad energies, please go away. Negativities, please don't stay. I'm climbing on for my babe. Take the whole family on vacay. Send them on the mountain, go pay. Work hard, so we go hard when we play. The most I will guide my way.